Guys, I'm getting used to talking on a microphone. I don't get to talk on microphones very much. But my name's Garrett, and I'm a firefighter. And since you guys are learning about fire safety, I'm going to tell you everything I know. So, who can tell me what we do if there's an emergency? You know what? Let's back up. So, I'm going to have you guys raise your hands, and just so everybody's not talking, I'll call on maybe a couple people, and then if everybody's really good listeners at the end, you'll all get a badge just like me. Okay? So, who can tell me what you do when there's an emergency? Raise your hand.
Water hose.
Okay, so we're just raising our hands, right? So if I call on you, then you can tell me what it is. Good. Maybe I'll change my questions a little bit. Maybe it's me, not you. So, if there's an emergency, the first thing I want you guys to do is find an adult. Because usually there's an adult real close by all the time. Hands down? Good job. All right. But what if you can't find an adult? What are we going to do? Raise your hand if you know. Only raise your hand? Okay. If you can't find an adult, hands down, what we're going to do is we're going to learn today that you're going to call 911. We all know those numbers? Good. Let's all say it together one time. 911. Good job. So when you call 911, what happens is you get the fire department in the fire trucks, you get the police department in their police cars, and you get an ambulance. So it's very serious. Everybody comes lights and sirens. It's a very big deal. So we don't call 911 to joke around. We don't call 911 to play. We only call when there's something serious. So if somebody's really hurt, if somebody's really sick, or if there's a fire, we call 911. But we can also just get an adult, right? Because they're usually the closest. So, can I see a teacher's phone? Something that is not, that we don't talk about too often, is how do you call 911 on this thing? So, everybody has homework now from me. You have to go home and ask your mom and dad how to call 911 because these things are locked. So, the most common way, and the way I know, is if you just do a swipe, and you swipe again, eventually it'll give you an emergency button right there, and you can push the emergency and do an emergency call. Okay, so that's where you can dial 911. The other way, for iPhones, is if you just hold the side, you can call emergency right there. See? It's calling emergency. Shoot. Mine says 3, 2, 1. So if you can call back, I'll talk to him for you. Okay. I practiced this morning, but I didn't practice yours. So, we're going to call 911 if we need the police, fire department, or an ambulance. If someone's really sick, really hurt, or there's a fire. We got that? Now, what do people look like that come when you call 911? We know there's big fire trucks, there's police cars, there's ambulance, but when they get out, if someone's really hurt or really sick, or if you need the police, they might look like this. Something that's different with the police is they have a big belt with a lot of tools on it, and a gun, and handcuffs, and they're to keep you safe from bad guys, right? But me, I don't have that stuff. If you call 911 for when you're really hurt or really sick, I will come looking like this. And we can take you to the hospital. We can help you if you're really sick. We can help you if you're having a hard time breathing, or if you're having a lot of pain, or if somebody can't wake up. Those are other reasons to call 911. So, I'm going to show you the different things that I wear if you call 911 if there's a fire too. But real quick, something that my dad taught me is those people that come when you call 911, they're all wearing something the same. And what that is a badge. See this badge? Does it look like a shield? So my dad always told me that is to protect, that the shield or a badge represents protection of you. So anyone that wears one of these for police and firefighters, they have made a promise to God to protect you. And they wear that shield or that badge right here over their heart. So when you get a sticker today for being good listeners, you can put your shield or your badge right over your heart like me. Okay? So, where are the stand? Something to be moving. So, who wears a badge? Firefighters, police, and the ambulance. Now, all my stuff is here to protect me if there's a fire. But I gotta be able to get into it really quick, right? I see some hands, I'll get you at the end. So, I gotta make sure I can get into it really quick. We have to be ready, in case you call 911, we have to be ready to go so quick. So, I have to be in this in 60 seconds and ready to go. All right, let's see if I can do it. Who wants to time me? Can I get a teacher? All right. So, all my stuff here is designed and made for me to get going really quick. So if you call 911, I just do that, and it starts to come off. Don't time me yet. That's the snap buttons is Turner and Luke's mom's favorite.
Oh my God.
I got other things that are really quick. See those? See those zippers? It's really quick. I don't have to tie my shoes, so I can get out of them real quick. Okay? So at our fire station, there's a big loud alarm that goes off, and that tells us to come to you. What is something that's really loud that tells you that there's a fire? Yes, good. We have smoke detectors in our house. Yeah, I'm going to bring it with me, I promise. So, if a smoke detector goes off, it's a loud, long beep, 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 beep. That's okay, that's just to tell you that there's a fire. We'll talk about what to do if there's a fire. But, let me show you what I look like. All right, who's timing me? All right. We get everything ready to go. 60 seconds, and I got to be on my way to you. So, on the count of 3, I'm going to have everybody yell beep, 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 and the teacher's going to start timing, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, there we go. So I put the hood on to protect my face and my ears. No more beeps so you can hear me. I'm going to put my pants on real quick. Make sure everything's on right. Put my coat on real quick. All right, how much time? I'm ready to go. And then we drive to you.
You're done? Yep. There's a food I thought you need a helmet and everything.
So, let's talk about everything I'm wearing. So the helmet on my head, that's to protect my head. I have this big coat, that's to protect my body. These big pants, that's to protect my body too. Because fire's hot, right? It burns you, so we want to stay away from it. But I can wear this stuff so I can come protect you and help you if there's a fire. So, I'll also show you really quick what I look like with everything on. So, we wear this and a big backpack to help us breathe in the smoke. So this is what I look like if we come into your house when there's a fire. See how I sound with my mask on? Okay. That just means I'm coming to help you. Don't be scared. Okay? Does it look cool? Who thinks it looks cool? Raise your hand.
So cool.
Yeah. So now I can breathe when it's hot and smoky. I'll take this off so I can talk to you guys. so we talked about how to call 911, when to call 911. Now you know what we're going to look like if we come. How about, what do you do if there is a fire? That's a lot of ideas. So, let's talk about it. All right, listen up. So if there's a fire, there's a few things you can do. First thing is we just don't play with fire, right? Because it could hurt us, it could burn us. But you got to do that with an adult. But if you're ever by yourself, you don't want to play with fire. If there is a fire, the first thing you want to do is you don't hide. You go outside. Does that sound cool? Don't hide. Go outside. So, yeah, you go outside, huh? So, also, if there's a fire and there's lots of smoke, can you guys hear me? Raise your hand if you can hear me. Quiet lips. All right, if there's a lot of fire and a lot of smoke, the best place for you to be is to get really low on the ground, because fire and smoke goes up. So you can stay down here where it's easy to breathe and it's nice and cool. Okay? So the other thing that helps is to close doors. I know a lot of people don't know about that, but if there's a door between you and the fire, it protects you from the fire. So if you can't get out, or if there's too much fire, you can get behind a wall or close the door. But we don't want you to hide. Don't hide under your bed. Don't hide in your closet. If the firefighter's coming or someone's yelling, you want to come out and come to them. So, who knows why we wear black suspenders? Somebody knows. To hold our pants up. What else? What's another one I've heard? Why did the firefighter bring a ladder to school? Because it's high school. Right? Good dad jokes. There are plenty of them.
A good one.
All right. So, we talked about when and why to call 911 when there's an emergency. When someone's really sick, really hurt, or there's a fire. We call 911. And when we go home tonight, we're going to ask our mom and dad how to call 911 from their phone. Because some phones are different. Okay? And then, if there is a fire, we're going to stay low and get out. We're going to, what was it? What did I say? Get low and go. Don't hide, go outside. That's what we're going to do, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll tell you a little bit more about my stuff. So my helmet, I have a flashlight so I can see. See that? I have some tools in my pocket so I can fix things that are broken and maybe starting the fire. A little bit of tools. What else? I have gloves to protect my hands. I have some more tools over here. What else? Who knows what this is? Do we play with these? Oh. If you see it, you just tell your parents where it is, right? Right? Same thing with the fire. Yeah? Who knows what this big tool is? An axe. How can this hurt you? It's sharp. It's sharp. It could cut you. Yeah. All right, so we don't play with this either. It's like a knife still. Right? But, yeah. But we use it when there's a fire. We use it to get through doors or open walls and to look for more fire or help people get out. That's what we use it for. Yeah, but you know what? We get a lot of training on how to use it, so we know how to use it safely. And I keep it in this soft case right here so it doesn't hurt anyone. Okay? So everything is very, very safe because in the world that I work in, you can't control everything and things could get unsafe real quick. What else? Miss Linda, can you think of anything else to cover? Oh, did I not say that one?
And then just to make sure that we don't have to play with matches or candles or...
So we talked about knives. Those are dangerous, right? What other things are dangerous that could make an emergency if we played with them? Fire. Some things that have fire that we don't want to play with are candles, lighters, matches. Ooh, here's one you probably see every day. The stove. We don't want to put anything on the stove. Okay? And then, also, what happens if the fire gets on you? Yeah, so we're going to stop what we're doing. We're not going to run around, because if you run around, the fire gets bigger, it gets more air. We're going to stop, we're going to drop to the ground, and we're going to roll around until the fire goes out. Okay? What else? Ooh, let me tell you something else. Raise your hand if your mom or dad parks their car in the garage. Raise your hand, raise your hand. Okay. It's okay to go in the garage with mom or dad, but you don't want to stay in the garage if the car is running. Okay? Because there's smoke that comes out of the car that can make you really sick. Okay? So no staying in the garage while the car running. Sound good? What else? Teachers, can you think of anything else?
Doorknobs.
What is it?
Aren't you supposed to feel doorknobs if you think there's a fire?
That's like a backdrop trick. Straight out of movies. You can just feel the door. So if there's smoke under the door, don't open the door. That's a good thing I said. That smoke makes a barrier. Can everybody hear me? All right. What is it? What? Catch a bubble. Ooh, I like that one. All right.
If you have fire, you shouldn't catch leaves and stuff on fire.
Yeah, that actually is very serious. So leaves and weeds and grass, things like that, are just as flammable and can catch as fire just as easy as paper. Okay, so we want to make sure we don't light those on fire either. We don't want to light anything on fire. So basically, we just stay away from the matches, no lighters, no stoves. Someday, when you guys are ready and responsible, your mom and dad will teach you how to use those things. Okay?
When I grow up, I told my mom.
But everything is a tool to us. Like a fire can be used to cook a marshmallow. Right? It's a tool, but we have to learn how to use it safely before we use it. All right? Cool. I do want to show you guys my stuff as you walk out. Maybe I'll just lay it along this, and then you can kind of walk by it. But thank you guys. Now we know when to call 911. We're going to ask our parents how to use their phone and call 911 when we get home. We're also going to ask them what our plan is as a family if there's a fire. But we don't hide. We go outside, okay? And we stay low and go.
Call send.
All right.
Contacts down.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me.